Have you ever seen something that you couldn't explain? My name is Nicholas Powell, and for years I've been fascinated with the unexplainable, folklore, and stories. Ohio's own history is full of stories of creatures of unexplainable origin, and knowing about these creatures is important to our local cultural identity. In this speech, I'll discuss not only what a cryptid is, but some of the tales of some unique Ohio cryptids and how these tales are important to our local cultural identity. So what is a cryptid? Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a cryptid as an animal, such as the Loch Ness Monster or Sasquatch, that is believed to exist but has never been proven to exist. Cryptozoology is the study and explanation of these creatures. And this type of folklore is often known as urban legends or myths. Cultures all around the world have their own versions of urban legends and myths, which either teach us something or seek to explain the unexplainable. Some examples include the Russian Baba Yaga, the Latin American Chupacabra, and Scotland's own Loch Ness Monster. According to some, we have our own unique mix of cryptids right here in Ohio's own backyard. Which brings me to my next point, cryptids of Ohio. As I said before, Ohio has our own unique mix of cryptids. However, one of the most prevalent in our area, supposedly, is also observed all around the planet. So whether you call it Yeti, Sasquatch, Yowie, or Skunk Ape, or by its common name, the Ohio Grassman, I believe we're all referring to the same infamous bipedal hominid, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is said to inhabit rural areas all over the world. It's described as an ape-like mammal, standing much taller than a human, and leaves behind very infamous large footprints, ergo its common name, Bigfoot. The first sighting in Ohio that was reported was in January of 1969, and 300 registered sightings have been reported since then in Ohio, many of which occurring in Portage and Summit County, according to the BFRO, or Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. Another interesting Ohio cryptid that is much more unique to the area is my personal favorite, the Loveland Frog. The Loveland Frog has served as a folktale in Loveland for many years to come, with the first sighting in 1995, when a man observed three amphibian creatures knelt down by the side of the road, conversing and using some sort of wand, as he believes. The story really picked up traction in March of 1972, when two incidents involving police officers occurred, one where the creature was observed and one where the creature was shot. However, years later, the original officer who shot the creature claimed that the creature was just an invasive iguana, missing its tail and sick, which is serving as an explanation of the unexplainable. However, many Loveland residents believe that the officer only came and brought this information to light to avoid the embarrassment and harassment he endured as a result of publicizing the encounter. The story still lives strong in the hearts of Loveland residents and Ohioans alike today, even spawning a 75-minute bluegrass musical called Hot Damn, It's the Loveland Frog, and serving as the inspiration for the creature in a fiction novel called The Man from Primrose Lane. Another cryptid, known for inhabiting our very own loch, Lake Erie, is South Bay Bessie, also known as the Lake Erie Monster, which is very similar to the Loch Ness Monster. It's described as an aquatic, plesiosaur-like creature with flippers that lives in the depths of Lake Erie. There was 3 alleged sightings of the creature in 1817, one of which described the creature dying on the beach, and dozens of sightings throughout the 19th and 20th century. The tale is very substantial to the area, and even regardless of if you believe it's a Nessie parody or just serves to scare people from swimming too deep in Lake Erie. The legend inspired the name of the local hockey team, the Lake Erie Monsters, and even artwork, such as the sculpture crafted by Len Timon of the creature in 1994. The team, according to their website, said they chose the name as it provides a fun geographical connection to the region. That's just one example of how these tales can affect local culture. But one may ask, who cares? Why is it so important to carry on these tales? This leads me to my next point. Why is folklore so important to local culture? One reason is that it serves as an example. According to Professor Jay Lakshmi of Manipur University in India, folklore not only serves as an example, it also models good behavior and scares people into doing the right thing. I'm sure the abundance of these tales has led to many more risks of people getting lost or injuring themselves looking for the creatures. However, the tales most likely had simple origins, revolving around just warning people to not do the wrong things, like go out at night or swim too deep, as I said before. Another reason folklore is important, which is explained and supported by Professor Paul A. Trout of University of Montana in his paper Why We Invented Monsters, is to seek to explain the unexplainable. If you saw something unfamiliar and potentially terrifying, you would probably go through a lot of mental steps to process that event. According to Paul A. Trout, we invent monsters to make sense of the world around us, express dread, and process dangers. So, the tales of South Bay Bessie, the Loveland Frog, and Bigfoot possibly just embody the fear of open water, the woods, and nighttime, and serve as a means of processing these fears when paired with mysterious, unexplainable sights such as ripples in the water, movement in the woods, and noise at night. These stories also serve as a cultural commonality, allowing us to have pride, as strange as it sounds, in our area and add to the individuality of our area and our local culture. All in all, it's important for us to continue to tell these stories as they're interesting, contribute to the local cultural identity, and allow us to have a sense of pride in our community. I know it doesn't seem as if a 3-foot tall frog creature could possibly add to our local cultural identity. However, to Loveland residents and Ohioans alike, these stories serve as generational ties and allow us to further the history and culture of our area. So stay weird, Ohioans, and stay safe out there too, because you never know when one day you could encounter something truly unexplainable. Thank you.